That is Madhu. They call this chapter as Madhu. What is that Madhu? We will discuss that. And those who are following this Brhadaranyaka Upanishad, the main purpose of all the Upanishads is to teach us, to introduce us with the Brahman. And this Brahman is so difficult to explain. So obviously, what do they do? Through different stories, through different way, they try to give us an idea of all-pervading consciousness. Now let us begin with that mantra. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Avashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. That Brahman is infinite. This universe is also infinite. The infinite comes out from the infinite. But taking this infinitude of the infinite, it remains as the infinite alone. So when we read, we always wonder, what is this? Usually the religion means there's a lot of dogmas, a lot of teachings of do's and don'ts, and all of morality. But here the religion is not that way. That is the basic of the religion. But here is teaching, taking us, the mind, to the highest plane. And that highest plane is oneness. Now we are going to start the chapter 2, section 5, and the first mantra of this, it says, Yam Prithivi Sarvesham Bhutanam Madhu. The word Madhu, the honey, we all know that this Yam Prithivi, this earth, is honey to all beings. Very peculiar expression. This earth is the Madhu, this earth is the honey to all beings, and all beings are honey to this earth. Tasmai asvai prithibhai sarvani bhutani madhu. Now, if we go without a teacher to understand this, to read this, we won't understand it. Moreover, a basic is also necessary to understand this particular Upanishad. Sometimes the Ishopanishad or Kathopanishad, they are very that lucid and they can understand. But Brhadaranyaka Upanishad, it goes on repeating the same thing again and again to bring it home, to understand clearly that this is this. And here it says, Yam Prithivi, this earth, Sarvesham Bhutanam. Bhuta means being. Now, what is this Madhu? We will come afterwards to understand this. In our previous chapter, if you remember, we have heard the Rishi Yajnavalkya is teaching his wife Maitreyi how to realize Brahman. The Yajnavalkya and Maitreyi Samvada. Samvada means the conversation. It was a great couple. And the husband, he was a teacher, he was a researcher, he almost realized that Brahman, at least intellectually, he understood it very clearly. And now, at the fag end of his life, the fourth part of his life, as is the system, he wanted to take the sannyasa. So, the brahmacharya, student's life, garastha, application life, and then banaprastha, preparation for the final departure, and sannyasa, complete giving up. So these are the 4 stages. After the sannyasa, after samsara, he wanted to give up, this Yajnavalkya. Now he was having 2 wives, he wanted to distribute his whole property between these 2. But the one, Maitri, she said, you were having all these properties. Now you are leaving this property to us and going somewhere to get something else. That must be greater than this property. This is very easy to understand. If this property is to give you the happiness, you would not have distributed, given it up. So what is that you are going to get? Yajnavalkya became very happy. He said, this, see, there is Atman, there is Brahman. To understand this, you have to sit with me. I will teach you. Then this conversation is going on. Sometimes Maitreyi is asking, expressing her doubt, and the Yajnavalkya is going on giving the teachings. This here in this chapter 2, section 5, he says that everything is Madhu. Before that he said, you have to realize the Brahman by practicing 3 austerities. What are these? The austerities? First is Sravana. You have to listen to it, Sravana. Then Manana, then Nididhyasana. Friends, this world is very peculiar. This world gives us so many things and so attractive things because the Rupa, Rasa, Sabda, Sparsha and Gandha, they have given, this creator, he has given this 5. And also he has given the eye to enjoy the Rupa, the forms. When you look at these trees, now in Chicago it is the fall time, and in this beautiful color, the trees are dying actually. All these are the leaves. Now they will shade and they will wait for the snow. But before that, they are giving a beautiful, and all people from different places they are coming. Yesterday I went to Dallas, and there they don't have the fall. So they were telling, oh, this is a beautiful time to visit Chicago, Michigan or all, to see the fall color. And from here, when you go to our Ganges retreat in the Michigan, there is a way, both the side, it is the color, the wonderful color, the riots of color, we can say. The beautiful color. Who gave it? Nature. And to enjoy that, the nature has given us the eye. Look at it. The blind people can't enjoy it. Only the people having the eye can enjoy it. So the nature has given eyes and at the same time beauty. So this is going on in this way. And then the hearing, then the taste, then the touch, and all 5 things. You can enjoy it, but very temporary. How many days you will be there? After a month or so, all this beauty will go away and it will be dry only. The skeleton of the tree will be there, and next month there will be snow, everything white. So all the Kali's things are over, all the Prakriti is over, only Shiva, only white, nothing will remain. So this is the way it goes on. So he says, if you are attracted to this, then no chance to go to the ultimate route. And if you can sacrifice this, then you have to listen first. What? The truth. What is the truth? There is more and more and more beauty is there. Believe it. Bhagavan Sri Ramakrishna said, you do not understand. Once you see the God, all this beauty will go away. It's so beautiful. But how you will see the God? With these eyes? No. There's another eye. And that eye is the eye of knowledge, eye of love. Then only you can see God, you can realize God. The first you have to listen about that truth. Listen about that means the whole soul, whole mind will be eager to listen. the passing just some remarks, not like that. Just different books I am reading. Many people, they will be keeping a book open in the dining table, another in the reading table, another in the bed, and another here. I have seen in the toilets also they keep nice books they will be using. That is also reading. No. The Sravana means you have to be focused on that. When you are reading, you are actually memorizing that, understanding that, clarifying all your doubts. That is called Sravana, hearing. Hearing from one who has already realized it. Hearing from one who knows everything of it. Many of the people, they will be writing beautiful books. After retirement, most of our people, the Indians, they will be writing the explanation of Bhagavad Gita, explanation of Bhagavatam, and not only that, they will publish it and the problem comes again. So they will be sending those books to us because nobody is going to read. And then after sending that as a gift, they will say, I want your comment on that. That is the main problem. Sending the books is okay, but comment means you have to go through that and they have to write at least something. So this all is we think that it is not Sravana. Friends, Sravana, the moment Swami Vivekananda heard an uttering of Bhagavan Sri Ramakrishna, he immediately was enlightened. He said, oh, what have I heard? If I get an opportunity, if God gives me the opportunity, I am going to tell it to the whole world. What is that? Practical Vedanta. Bhagavan Sri Ramakrishna said, if you can see God with closed eyes, can't you see God with open eyes? And who are you to show your compassion to the fellow beings? No, you cannot show compassion. You can serve them. The moment Swami Vivekananda heard this, immediately he said, so there are so many people, they also heard that was not Sravana. But the young Naren, when he heard Sri Ramakrishna uttering, after coming down from the meditation, when he said, oh, you cannot show compassion to your another being. You can only serve. So there is no ego in serving, but showing compassion, ego. So with ego, if you are doing anything, you are not getting any result, rather negative result. So obviously, without ego, you can only serve. So Sravana, then reflection on that, manana. Then finally, nididhyasana, transforming yourself into that. Transforming you as God. You are becoming God. The realization of the truth means you are becoming God. So that God means all-powerful. He understands everything, of course. But here, when you realize God, how people will understand that you have realized God? Your character will change. How? You will feel love for each and every being. Not compassion, love. You will feel love for every being. And there will be no selfish attitude in your character. So this you have to. Now, thing is, this is only the instruction. But there is no discrimination and there is no proof. So only Sravana, Manana, Nididhyasana, these are the three. You must hear and you must reflect that, ponder on that, and finally you must meditate and transform yourself into that. These are the three steps that you should do, practice so that you get realization of the Brahman. Here they always say, you have to give me all arguments, why I should do that. Now this Madhu, this chapter particularly, it says about that. They will be giving the why one should do that. And this chapter is a very special, everything is Madhu. So that is the, Madhu means the honey. So that is the unique way they will be telling you. Atman alone is the cause of creation, sustenance and dissolution. All this is but the self. Chandogya Upanishad says, all this is but the self. Now, Atman alone is the cause of creation. That means Srishti. In Sanskrit, they say Srishti. Srishti means creation. When it is creation, of course, Swami Vivekananda said, see, we do not know when the first creation came. And if we cannot, then how we can say that karma phala? When I joined first in the Ramakrishna mission, I asked one Swami, he was here in Portland afterward. We were both in Cherrapunji. I just joined novice and he was a senior Swami there. Second Swami we used to call. In-charge Swami is the first Swami and the second Swami, assistant Swamiji. I told, okay, he used to take us the classes. Then I told, okay, then what you are talking about the karma phala? When I was first born, there is no karma phala. The first creation, he said, you may go on prolonging fast, but there is no fast. There is always repetition. That's why Swami Vivekananda, he said, Hindus are bold enough to say, we do not know when the first it was created. He said it is not creation, it is projection. It's a very perfect word, projection. That means already recorded, now it is projected. When it was recorded first, we do not know. So that gives the answer. And this Srishti, the creation, actually the projection of previous creation, Sthiti, we can understand, is sustenance. We are surviving. The two people, they are fighting. And those who are fighting, among them a group of people are telling, enough. Don't kill them, those innocent people. The children are suffering, women are suffering. Enough is enough. They did a wrong thing. You wanted to teach them, okay, now this is over. Stop it. We don't want war, they are telling. Who are these people? Their government is fighting. Their government wants to give them the respect. They want to give them more land for them. But they say it is not necessary. Enough is there. See, the two type of mentality. One always say, don't fight. What is the necessity? Let all us be happy. Now, I can visit them, they can visit us, we can have enjoyment in that way. So this different type of temperament, where from it came? Karma phala. The good karma always give positive, good thoughts. And that comes from the love. And hatred and other things, I was wondering and shivering. Then one of the head of a country, he has developed a pond full of piranha, that the fishes, the terrible fishes that eats anything that falls into that. And he is now throwing his enemies into that pond and enjoying how the fishes are eating up. Oh my God, can you imagine? And after seeing that, how can he go back and eat himself? Because if we see that type of scene, vomit will come. Then we'll throw up things. Oh my God. But still they are enjoying it. Why? Because temperament, mentality. Why? Because karma phala. So you have to eradicate that, and then you come to a stage where you see one which is all pervading, from where everything is coming. This has been said, but no reason has been shown here. So this Madhu Brahmana, in this chapter, reason has been shown. What is the reason? Madhu. What is the Madhu means? Mutual helpfulness among the parts of the universe. I repeat, mutual helpfulness among the parts of the universe. Sun is helping us. Moon is helping us. Rivers are helping us. Birds are helping us. Reptiles are helping us. So we are helping each other. This helpfulness, these supports are termed as Madhu. Madhu means joyful. When we help each other, we are joyful. Yesterday when I was traveling back from Dallas, so one lady, she was trying to put her the bag into that, and suddenly the gentleman who was sitting just by my side, I was on the aisle and the next row, he jumped up and ran almost a few steps and took that whole load on himself and then placed that properly. And that lady was so happy. It was a little elderly lady, it was not possible for her to, and there was no one to help. So he went over there and kept it. And she said, "Were you my brother in previous life?" So to express the joy, because the elderly lady, and it was so difficult for her, so she could not lift it. And this man went over there, lifted it and kept it and showed this helpfulness. This helpfulness is called happiness. And happiness has been termed in Sanskrit as Madhu. And Madhu actually, if you translate the word Madhu, it is honey. So this honey means, the Madhu means helpfulness to each other. This honey or the helpfulness we find in everything. The plants, the trees, they are giving oxygen to us. And that way, each and everything is helping us. Look how these people, the rishis of the old, they used to observe things. They are observing each and every movement, everything of this nature, and coming out to teach us the ultimate truth. These relations, there must be something, why they are helping each other. Now, second they come, one can help another when there is common experience. The gentleman ran over there, he knew how it is difficult to lift a heavy bag, heavy thing. He knows it. So he ran over there to help. And someone is feeding a dog. The dog is hungry, so he is feeding the dog. This person who is feeding the dog knows what is hunger and knows how to satisfy that hunger. So it is food. That means the common experience is there. A baby, when he sees somebody is dying for a glass of water, it will be looking, but won't help. Rather, he will be playing over there, hey, what is doing? And this man is going on gasping and asking the little child, can you bring a glass of water? He doesn't know what is water. He doesn't know how to bring it. If there is no experience, you won't be able to help, isn't it? So this is called Upanishad. They won't tell you do this. They will say understand it and then realize it. And how we understand? First, we are helping each other. Right from the sun down to the earth, each and every being is helping each other. Swami Vivekananda said, a tiny little atom is dragging the whole universe at his back. You cannot, because that is a part of the whole universe. And if that is going out, you are also pulled out. You cannot stop it. So this is the reason it says, we train up our people ferociously to kill our enemies. Then they come back. They don't forget how to kill, and there is no one to kill, what do? They kill their own people and then ultimately kill themselves. These things are happening all over here. So why? If we are training the people to kill, he knows how to kill only. He doesn't know how to love. We have to understand this. We are training up our soldiers so ferociously so that they can go and they can kill all our enemies. They are doing that. But afterwards, when they are coming back, they are returned and they are coming back. They are settling down, and after some time they are thinking, what shall I do now? And they only know one thing, how to kill. They know how to use the guns. They are using the gun. And as because there is no one around, the enemies, they kill their own people. Is it not? So what we should teach? Hatred? To kill? Or to love? Or to serve? So what is good for the humanity? That we have to understand. Otherwise, the history will go on repeating. To whom we are teaching to kill, he will go and kill. Then afterwards will come and say, what else? Then you are the only person left. I am going to kill you. Because all others are already done. There's a beautiful story. The one person went to God and prayed to God, give me some ghost. So whatever I say to him, he will do it. God said, see, you are asking a ghost, and ghost cannot sit idle. You have to go on giving the jobs. Will you be able to do that? Think twice before asking this. No, I have so much of work to do. So there is no problem for me. I have to till the ground, I have to sow or do this, and I have to construct my house. There are so many things to do. You give me a ghost, there will be no problem. I will be able to give him work all through. Then the God told, if you cannot, then the ghost will kill you. Because ghost cannot sit idle. The only thing will be left to kill you. So that, be careful. No problem. Then he brought the ghost home and said, hey, construct a beautiful home for me like a king. And, oh my God, next moment, a beautiful palace. Hey, how could you do it so quickly? I thought it will take at least 10-15 years. Now you have done it. Okay, then bring some wood, bring some this, and flashes, everything is done. And God, every time he is completing, within a minute, and he is saying, what next? What next? Now this fellow, he was thinking what to do. Lot of money, lot of wealth, lot of this, lot of that, everything is, now nothing left. Then he understood, my God told me that he will kill me. He started running, crying for God. Then he met a holy person. Hey, what happened? The holy person asked him. Then he said, this is the problem. God gave me a gift. Of course, he warned me that I have to give him work. And you know, any work, he is doing in a flash. And there is no one, anything left for me. I can't think any other work. And the ghost is coming to kill me. Please save me. Then there was a dog lying over there. Then the sage told, go and cut the curly tail of a dog and give it to the ghost. Ask him to make it straight. See what happens. And that was given to the ghost. Ghost straightened up. Then after some time, the moment it's leaving, is again curling. Dog's curly tail. It never becomes straight. Now this way the man was saved. So what does it mean? It means if we don't know how to pray, this problem will come. And second, if we think that I am going to straighten all problems of this world and make this world as heaven, you are making a great mistake. It can never be. 2,500 years before, the Lord Buddha tried. I don't know what he is thinking now. He said, ahimsa. And where is ahimsa? Non-violence. Then Lord Jesus tried. Krishna tried, Sri Ramchandra tried, Swami Vivekananda tried. All of us are going on trying. The world is same. It's not going to change. So why? Because the people are meant in that way. And the Prakriti, the nature, wants them to react in that way. They will suffer. And after the suffering, they will look at, oh, yes, there's a very beautiful thing. They will try to go. Again, there will be attraction. Again, they will go down. Again, they will suffer. Again, they will say, oh, no, I made a mistake. Give me another chance. So, the intelligent people, they are called devotees. They are called aspirants. They know all these things are very, very temporary. So what I should do, I should live in them, but I am not going to be attached to those things. So this secret they are teaching. Now why we should do that? Because we are all one. Now they are taking us to that. Sravana, hearing, manana, pondering over that, and nididhyasana, meditation on that, transforming yourself into that. These are the 3 steps you will realize Brahman. But what is this Brahman? One, out of which everything has come. What is the proof? These proofs are called this Madhu Brahmana. Madhu Brahmana means this teaching. What is this? Madhu means helpfulness to each other. And why we are helping each other? Because we are from the same source. So first, mutual helpfulness among the parts of the universe. And we see, yes, that's true. We are truly helping each other. Now, we go to the shop and purchase, and that money goes to the producer ultimately. It reaches over there. Now, if we don't purchase, that won't be, the things won't come. So this way, we don't know who produced it. We just go and purchase. But ultimately it goes and helps him. If we are not doing that, it will break. Similarly, everything is helping us. We are also helping others. If you have seen, particularly in the train, the compartments, in this country there are only 3-4 people will be there. But if it is completely the human being less compartment, you are not going to enter into that. You will run to another compartment where some people are sitting. Why? Company. Why company? You are not talking to them. But their presence is helping you from the fear. So we are helping each other. By this way, only our presence is helping others. So same thing is happening. One can help another when there is common experience. I just gave that experience. One person was feeding dog because he knows what is hunger and he knows what thing will satisfy. So he gives the food. But a baby, a child, which is not having the experience of that, he is having the experience of hunger. But it doesn't know how to help others. He won't do it. So this experience only forces us to help others. If we carefully notice, we will realize that everything is helping each other, depending on each other, and those which are mutually helpful. Now this is the conclusion. Those which are mutually helpful take birth from the same cause. From the same cause, have common characteristics and dissolve into the same thing. Utpatti, Sthiti, Vinasha, from the same absolute Brahman. So how it is coming to? I now again repeat. Previous chapter, we heard Yajnavalkya, the rishi, he was teaching his wife, and through that to all of us, that there are 3 steps to realize Brahman. Sravana, hearing, manana, pondering, and meditation, nididhyasana. But he didn't give the reason. Why? Because you will know one, the one absolute which is all pervading. You will realize that. Sravana, manana, nididhyasana. The why the one, it question comes. So the next chapter, it gives the reason. There are so many varieties, they are helping each other. Madhu, helping each other. Why helping each other? Because they understand each other, need of each other. Third, it is a common experience. Third, as because they are helping each other, they must be created from the same source. Though apparently there are so many varieties, but in reality they are one without a second. So this is the reason one should try to realize Brahman. One which is all-pervading, one which is the source of everything. Now if we analyze this creation, we find Panchabhuta. This whole universe is nothing but Panchabhuta, the 5 great matters. What are those matters? Out of which everything has come. This chapter, Madhu Brahmana, therefore, begins with the earth, matter of, then slowly, the first matter of the 5. And in the next slokas, I am not reading the whole slokas, they say, Ima apa sarvesham bhutanam madhu. Apa means water. The Prithvi means this earth. Sarvesham bhutanam madhu. It is helping the whole being. Water also helping all being. Ayam Agni, Sarvesham Bhutanam Madhu. So Agni means the fire is also helping each other. Ayam Vayuhu, Sarvesham Bhutanam Madhu. So when they offer, when they learn this Vedanta, they'll be offering one after another. Ima apa sarvesham bhutanam madhu. Ayam agni sarvesham bhutanam madhu. Like that they will go on learning. Ayam vayu sarvesham bhutanam madhu. Ayam akasha sarvesham bhutanam madhu. Ayam aditya, this sun is also helping each us. Ima dishaha, the directions, they are also helping. Ayam chandraha, have you seen the yesterday night, the sun, moon? Could you see the moon? Today you can see the biggest moon. The biggest moon, because we are so close to each other, sun and the earth. You can see the biggest moon. Because the darkest Amavasya is coming, the darkest night, and that darkest night will be the worship of Kali. The Kali in the darkest night, when there is nothing, you cannot see anything. And this goes on, the light and the darkness. And from the darkness, again the light, it will go. So, Ima, Disha, Ayam, Chandra, Yam, Vidduta. Even the lightning, they are also helping. Ayam, Sthanayinu. Sthanayinu, the very peculiar word. Sthanayinu means it is the thunder cloud. Thunder cloud is also helping us. Then come Ayam Dharma, this righteousness is also helping us. Idam Satya is also helping us. Then it says, Idam Manusham Sarvesham Bhutanam Madhu. The human being is also helping all others. Ayam Atma, the cosmic body, also helping others. Then finally it says in the 15th verse, Saba Ayam Atma Sarvesham Bhutanam Adhipatihi. Now it teaches us, this Atma, the self, that is the master of all things. This self is the master. After mentioning about the gross unity, every mantra unfailingly mention about the subtle that always remain at the back. I am not reading those. It may be a little boring because it's a long verses. And the speciality of this Upanishad, they will repeat the whole thing again and again. And nearly 8 to 9 the lines will be there of one verse. Same thing. Same thing they will say. Only word will be changed. Agni, Vayu, Prithvi, Apa, like that, and other things are the same. But there, after saying the gross thing, they say, Tejumaya, Amritamaya, Purushaha, and the shining immortal being is present over there. In everything, that shining being. This is Hinduism. They will take you outside and then slowly to the subtlest of the subtle, that this is the consciousness present everywhere. If the consciousness is not there, then nothing you will like. The consciousness must be there. Otherwise you won't like. We like birds. How many of us like dead birds? No. The birds, they look so good, the different color, and when they are just flying, we like it. We are taking the photos and all. But same bird, when they're lying down at dead, we don't. The same way, if the consciousness is not present, we don't like. The human being and everything, if it is dead, we don't like it. So this, the way they teach us, at the back of everything, that sun, the moon, the cloud, the human being, the animals, Tejumaya, shining, Amritamaya, Purusha. Amritamaya means immortal. Purusha means something which is remaining inside. Pura. Pura means inside. What is that? Consciousness. Consciousness is there, and that is why we like. Every external expression is supported by subtle consciousness. Without that, nothing can exist. Analyzing the external differences of name and form and understanding the internal unity, when one realizes that. Now, we are coming to the conclusion. External variety, and in that variety there is a unity. So we have started one center, home of harmony. That's the unity. And what is the unity? Unity of religion. Religion is different type of belief, the faith, the practices. Now this religion, they say, I am telling the ultimate truth. That is no problem. But they are not. If they add this sentence, that is the problem. I am telling the truth is okay. For you it is all right. But none others can say that, that is the problem. How do you know that? To keep making the understanding clear, we started that home, inviting those people to come, and when they are coming, their understanding, they are not clear about their philosophy. If you go and attend, I will request you, please try to go on Saturday and listen to those people. They are coming and trying to express, but they don't know clearly about their own philosophy. But they have spent the whole life on that. When the questions are coming, they can't answer. When they're trying to express actually what they want by practicing the religion, no, it will be good people, good people. That is the morality. But after that, what? No. And this is the problem. But they are spending the whole life in that way. If we are not clear about it, then ultimate spiritual life won't grow. So the majority of the people, they practice religion. Why? It's the external support. The doctors are there, insurances are there, police are there, everybody is supporting us, government is there, and extra government, God support. Whatever happens, God is going to save us. That much. I am God. That conception is completely absent. The Christianity ends where? After going to the heaven? No, wrong. Christianity, the goal of Christianity is, I and my Father in heaven are one. That is the ultimate goal of Christianity. Christian doesn't know. They think somehow if we could go to the heaven, that is all right. Do you think heaven will be better than this? Of course, there will be no taxes, I think so. And without the taxes, all these benefits means heaven. So if you vote for a good government, it won't charge anything, okay. So this is the heaven. Then afterwards what? You will be tired of heaven. Again you will be coming down to, have you noticed that the rich people's children, they go to the jungle and they will be staying in the tent and they won't burn the electric light, some ordinary lamp, just like the poor people they will do. And I saw how in a very posh, the very good hotel, outside they have a wooden box, the broken wood and all that. I was wondering how come these dirty things they have kept over here. They like it because they have not seen that type of thing. In our country we have seen only those. So we want only clean thing. And here they live in the clean thing all the time, so shabby. I was observing yesterday when you were coming out of this our airport, the Midway, on the wall they have kept some the spiders, because the Halloween is coming, so spiders and dirty. And in our country spiders are more than anything else. So we need not to keep the plastic spiders. These are original spiders. But these people, they like it so much. And all this, the skeletons are hanging in front of the door. But anyway, culture is culture. But why it is? We will never keep skeleton in front of our door. Why? We are afraid of skeleton and all that. We love our ancestors, but that is in a God form they are coming, not in this form. So this culture is completely different. And ultimately Christianity ends not in visiting heaven, but becoming God yourself. I and my Father in heaven are one. You know, in the Islam also, the Sufis, they say, Anal Haq, I and the Supreme Lord are one. Anal Haq. Of course, the traditional Muslims, they don't like it. They like to be below. They like to be ruled by. They don't like to go above and say, yes, I am that, because God has created me and God is my Father. And Father and the Son are same. They don't have that courage to say. They never learned it. Hindus say, Aham Brahmasmi. Hindus have so many temples. If you go to the India, from the east, slowly go towards the north in the Himalaya, and if you go to south, full of temple. And then the east also temple, west also temple. But if you go to the north, Himalaya, less temple. All the monks are sitting over there. If you go and ask, Swamiji, aapka devta kaun hai? Who is your God? They will show like this. I am my God. That is Hinduism. Where am I going to search God? I am the God. It is not ego, realization. And how I realize? I have noticed that everything is helping each other, right? Madhu. Everything is helping each other. Second, we feel for each other because we have the same experience. Even the tree, they want food, they want water. And we can understand that. It is drying up. The leaves are becoming dry. You give water, give some food. The tree is again coming back to life. We understand that. Same experience. And when we can feel, understand each other, that means the source is same. Otherwise, how will you understand each other? We won't be. If someone is coming from the moon, I don't know, only our people will come back, they are there. So if someone is coming from the moon or from other planets, we won't be able to understand them. We will know how to talk to them. So I saw a movie long before, forgot that. Then this type of people came from the planets. They landed over here, and President of America went to shake hands, and they became so angry, they killed him. That is all imagination. So obviously, they were not knowing that when he stretched his hand to shake the hand, they thought, oh, what they are trying to do. Immediately they became angry. That's the story. Fancy the story, sir. But we don't understand each other. That is not the thing. We understand each other. We know what to do. All these multiple differences of names and forms has a common source from where everything has born. This is the conclusion. After analyzing all this, we come to conclusion, though apparently we are different, the tree and me completely different, the animal and me completely different, you and me completely different. But even then we are one because our source is one, because we feel for each other, we help each other, we think for each other, we can understand each other. There must be a common source. This is first. Second, just as all spokes are fixed in the nave and the felloes of the chariot wheel, similarly, all beings, all gods, all individual selves are fixed in the self, Atman. It's a beautiful way they say. There are so many spokes are there and supporting the dream, but they are coming from one fixed place. Similarly, Atman is that. And the third, to be identified with the Supreme Self, one has to give up all limitations, selfishness. What is the limitation? Selfishness. You have to give up completely, then only you will realize it. Now, this is really, really difficult. Be a good person, don't tell lies. We learn it when we are children, from the schools and all. They teach us like that. But to realize Brahman, the oneness, is really, really very difficult. What type of, how difficult it is? Now they tell a story. There was a sage called Daddang. I will tell this story and will stop. His name is very peculiar, Daddang. That's the name of the sage. He was a Brahmagyani. He realized Brahman. And there are two twin brothers were there, Ashwini Kumara Daya. Kumara means the brother, young man. And Ashwini was their name. Both names were Ashwini. And they were twin. And they were the doctors of the God. The very good doctors, the Ashwini. Now, they were eager to learn Brahma Jnana, this knowledge of oneness. They were not finding any teacher. Ultimately, they came to know about this Daddang. They went to that Daddang and say, will you please teach us the Brahma Jnana? Daddang said, see, I don't have any problem. I am eager to teach you. And you are really capable to understand this. Because to learn, you have to have the liking. When the children, they go for dance schools, if they are not willing to dance, they won't learn. And some are so eager to learn. Even before admission, they will be studying dancing in the car itself. So the parents, they understand, we have to admit him or admit her. So like that, the liking is necessary. So they came all the way to meet him. That shows they want it. We have to learn, if we want to understand this oneness, if we like to realize Brahma Jnana, We have to go. Oh, today is raining, we should not go. Oh, today there is some problem, somebody is visiting, I should not go. There is I should not go. You are not fit for Brahma Jnana. Sitting in a cozy couch and you are just listening to the talks of Vedanta, and then sipping the coffee, and that's correct. I understand that. That is not Brahma Jnana. Brahma Jnana is completely different. You have to have the eagerness to learn. And you have to go over there, you have to listen to that, you have to practice that. And these two boys, they went over there and they asked him. Then he said, but I have a problem, The king of the gods, Indra, he has threatened me. If I teach this Brahma Jnana to others, then he will cut my head. These two said, don't worry, we are very good doctors. We will operate immediately. Indra is going to cut your head. Before that, we will take out your head and preserve it and place a horse head on your head. A horse was there nearby. So they cut the head of the horse and placed that horse head on the head of that shoulder of that teacher. It's called Hayagriva. Haya means horse, and Griva means the face. Hayagriva. And the teacher was also very happy. Well, you can do that. They operated his head, preserved it properly, and then placed the horse head, because that was available immediately. And before Indra comes to know, everything has to be done. And when he got the horse head, he told them all about this, the oneness. This is Atman, this is Atman, this is Atman. They learned it. Then Indra came. I told you not to disclose this, and you have taught this too again. And by this way, if everybody is becoming the Brahmagyani, then whom I am going to rule? So I should punish you. He cut the head of the Rishi, but that was a horse head. And these two brothers were sitting quietly. When the Indra cut the head, and Indra never knew that actually it was not a horse head, he was having a human head. Indra never knew him. So when after cutting he left, they brought that original head of the Rishi and replaced it. Rishi was also happy. These two brothers also got the knowledge. Indra thought that he has kept his promise. Everything like this. All this story, the funny story, why? Because it is as good, as difficult as this. So you have to find out a good teacher. Then you have to hear it from him, but the others will be constantly objecting. There will be a lot of other problems. And one lady was telling, the moment I decide to do some japa, there will be some work. Somebody will call and something they will tell us. I can't concentrate. This is really, it happens in our life also. You sleep for 2-3 days, nobody will call you or anything. You decide to do some japa, you will get so many phone calls, so many appointments, so many things. The moment you try to do something good, the gods will come to disturb you. To see how eager you are. Whatever comes, you have to do. Once I have decided, I must do it. When we were young, in the formative time, that they told us, you must take a promise that you should do this much of japa. And suppose you don't get time in the daytime and all, before going to bed, you must complete the japa and then should go to bed. Many a days, we used to sit up to 3 o'clock to 3:30 to complete that. And 4:30 is the prayer time. Only half an hour we used to lie down, again jump, and then run and sit for again to the prayer. Like this the days went. So this is the way you have to decide. This I am going to do and I must do. And for that if I die, let me die. Ihashane shashrutu me shariram stagasti mamsham, pralayancha jatu. Whatever happens to my body and mind, I don't care. I am going to realize it, and sitting on this seat. That was the promise of Gautama, who became Buddha. So friends, up to this, and there is another story of Vishnu, but that in the next class. So this is the way we have to learn. We are helping each other. That means there is a common thing. And we are from the common. And what is that common? Consciousness. From that consciousness, all these external things have come. To where the consciousness come? The consciousness, how it is there? That same Vishnu, the consciousness entered into us. That is the wonderful way we will learn in our next class. Is there any questions?
First question is from Vidyut. He's asking, I just want to hear something on Brahman, as I do not know anything about Brahman.
I don't like to?
I just want to hear something about Brahman, as I do not know anything about Brahman.
Brahman is consciousness, and consciousness is present everywhere, and that is called Brahman. The Brahman, the word Brahman means all pervading consciousness. Thank you.
Second question is from Devashish. He's asking how to deal with people who are very selfish by nature. We can't cut the relationship and we have to live with it. Our mental peace is compromised.
That depends how you are actually working with this. You know that I went to Africa. We were inside that lion safari, and the lions are coming to us. We were in a car, and that was an ordinary car that we entered into that, and the lions came and they were rubbing their huge body. You can see from the window. Only thing, they were looking at us, perhaps they couldn't see properly, and unless they get the smell, they won't be interested. And when we were coming out, there were two doors, the vestibule door. When you come this side, this door will be closed, then the second door will open. Many of you perhaps visited that. What happened? 2-3 lions are so clever, they have noticed. So they were constantly with the same car. They were not leaving us. The moment the first door was open, we entered. They also entered into the vestibule. Now the second door, how they can open it? And we were there stuck. And these 2-3, they were constantly rubbing their body on our car and standing there. Then that gentleman who was opening that, he brought some meat and he showed the meat. Then they became so interested. He took the meat outside, other side, and the first door was open. And these 2-3, they ran for that meat. Immediately they closed the door and we came out. Now why I am telling this? The world is like this. You will never get all people friendly. There will be enemies, there will be critic, there will be friends, of course. And you have to handle them properly, and that is your capacity. That is they always say, yoga karma sukaushalam. The karma, the action that you are doing perfectly, but in a very understanding way, how to do it. And I will tell you that one thing happened in Andaman. There was a governor, very egoistic, and he was drunkard. Right from the morning till night, he used to drink. And when he is coming out to meet people, brain is not functioning properly. So like that it happened. 2 of our senior Swamis went to meet him to tell that we are going to start Ramakrishna Mission over here. And you know, in India, they all know Ramakrishna Mission. And this fellow couldn't understand. What Ramakrishna Mission? We don't need anything. So our Swamis, they were wondering what to happen. We have already taken decision to start the ashrama, and this man is saying like that. So I was posted over there. And I went over to meet the governor. That was some 15th August or 26th January, some program. So one gentleman, he was the Chief Justice of Calcutta High Court. He went over there and he told, I am inviting you to go over there. So I got the invitation indirectly. I went over there and some books and all I took. I went there. When I met him, because one after another he's coming and shaking hands, I said Namaskar, and I told, oh, I'm so happy to see my young-aged hero. He was in army, and he actually did a great job in Bangladesh war. And we were at that time young. I told, we read about you in the newspaper. We saw your picture, and you are the hero standing before me. This is something really excellent in my life. You know, the man completely changed. He was so against us, and now he completely, do you people still remember me? You know what I have done? And so, of course, you were a hero. And he became so helpful to me. So you have to know how to handle a person. Difficult, but you have to know where he is soft, what he likes. Then slowly you have to develop that. Life is really excellent if you can handle it. But whatever happens, don't lose your confidence, faith in God. Something good is coming to you afterwards for sure. Thank you. Okay, friends, let us say Shanti 3 times and we conclude. Om Shanti. 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 Harihi Om. Tat Sat. You know